Hi everyone, my name is Keith and I'm in the United States. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about my experiences with Devinder, who helped me work on my website for my small business. Let me start at the beginning. I have a small business I've run for several years now, and I've always planned on getting a website, but never gotten around to it. There was always one reason or another why I couldn't. And to be honest, I kept thinking that I would be able to do it myself because I'm an independent person and I'm a hard worker and I'm a smart person. Surely I can figure this out. How hard could it be? Well, it's really hard. And I'm a big believer in doing what I know how to do, which is run my business, not run or operate a website or design a website. What do I know about designing a website? So I contacted a small company that's pretty famous for doing websites and spent some money there and realized very quickly that this was basically a do-it-yourself business anyway. They gave me some tools, but I didn't know what I was doing. And so I wasted my money doing that. So my first piece of advice for you, if you're thinking about getting a website, is please don't pay some company that is basically going to pass it back to you to do it yourself. So my next step was to go online to try to seek professional help, and I found Upwork. And then when I got to Upwork and I was finally convinced that Upwork was going to allow me to find someone that could help me, the big question was, who do I find? Because if you're on Upwork now, you know there are so many people there. And I read reviews. I read lots and lots of reviews, and that's when I found Devinder. And I chose Devinder to help me with my website. And I'm here to tell you it was a great decision. I wish I had gone to Devinder at first, but no, I wasted several $100s elsewhere. So when I came to Devinder, what was the process like? It was actually pretty easy. The biggest problem was that I myself didn't know what I wanted. So I looked at other websites and he helped me do a little bit of this, looking at other websites that had businesses similar to mine to see what they did. And then I chose what I thought I wanted to do and gave him the materials that he needed, meaning the information, because a website has to have information on it. He asked me some questions, and then based on what I had seen on other companies' websites that were similar to mine, in terms of businesses that I operate, I gave him the information I needed. I have to tell you that he was very patient during the whole process. Now, how does this work? Well, I didn't know how to figure out how to make payments, and he helped me with that. Even something as basic as that. So if you are where I was a year ago trying to get a website up and running, and by the way, you can look at my website now, which is my name, KeithFols.com. So Keith, Keith, Fols, Fols, like Sam E, and then books.com. And you can see what he did. I think it looks great. And it is certainly a million times better than what I had before, which was just something that I had pieced together using these companies that supposedly are known for helping you build websites. Big mistake. So I have two pieces of advice for you. My first piece of advice is please don't use one of those other companies that supposedly are there to help us build websites or get a website built. I wasted, again, several $100s. My second piece of advice is when you go to Upwork, I recommend Devinder and his company, MKR Tech. They did an outstanding job. Again, I didn't know what I was doing, so if you have ideas of what you would like your website to look like, you are already 10 steps beyond where I was when I started working with Devinder. So my advice: hire Devinder. And also you're probably concerned about money. He didn't rip me off. He did what he said he was going to do. And he sometimes would work, I would give him something to do. He would work 5 hours, 7 hours, 12 hours, 1 hour, and I was charged accordingly. So each week, the amount of money I was being charged reflected the work he had done during the week. And I knew this because I knew what I had asked him to do during the week. If you're worried about turnaround time, I would say most of what I requested was done within 48 hours, which is really quick. Certainly a lot faster than I could have done it, and I know that for a fact. So just to recap, if you're here on Upwork and you're looking for someone to hire, I highly recommend Devinder and his team at MKR Tech. They did a great job for me. I'm completely satisfied with the end product, and with how much it costs, and most importantly with what my website can do now in terms of helping me bring in new business. Thank you so much, and I wish you luck with your website.